Welcome to Married to Movies. Industry insiders John Russell and Tracy Kring live and work happily in cinematrimony. They're sharing behind-the-scenes adventures of writing, producing, and appreciating films.
Good morning, babe.
Good morning, babe. So,
crazy week.
Crazy stuff going on in the world right now.
Trump got shot at.
Yes. Like from somebody who is 150 feet away.
Well, I've seen like clips, like there's several times that he's like the Secret Service has been like, and jumped on him. You know, this is not like the first.
And it seems to be legitimate because it would make no sense for the person to be a Republican if it was a setup.
Yeah, like I've seen some TikToks where they're like, this is the Democratic setup, hit job. But the guy claimed to be, somehow they know he's Republican.
No. Well, of course. I mean, that's the first thing you do is you like check out what do you
But I will say, have you ever heard of that thing? Like whenever you fill that out, like you should put Republican on there and not Democrat.
Oh, and then change on them so they think that
the
Republican rolls are full.
Yeah, and also for redlining and stuff. No, like for redlining. So they don't realize an area is so Democratic. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. I had to learn this in my own life when whatever I'm doing, okay, or just being me, if I'm attracting people who have problems, they're crazy.
Right.
I mean, you have to be careful because crazy people are going to do crazy things.
I have a rule. If you are on a side of something and you look around and you don't like the people that you're with.
Yeah.
If they seem crazy, if they seem extreme, you're on the wrong side. Well, you're on the wrong side.
Yeah, I guess if you're surrounding yourself with anybody who's not sharing the same ideals as you, or they're saying things that are, maybe increasingly concerning, then maybe they're showing their true colors and that's not your color.
Right. The thing that everybody was talking about is the whole Project 2025. That was the whole thing before this happened. Everybody was talking about that. It was all over social media.
I just want to point out, I think they do the project... Right. The Heritage Foundation.
Oh, my God, the Heritage Foundation. Can somebody drop a bomb on the Heritage Foundation?
I don't think people should have bombs dropped on them for any reason.
Fair enough. Okay. The world doesn't need think tanks. How about that? I feel like think tanks.
How about live tanks? What if you live in this freaking tank?
Think tanks always lead to horrible ideas. Like the atomic bomb. What was...
They're just disassociated from
it was
life.
It's a think tank. It's like, okay, let's think of a way that we can kill as many people as possible.
The project happens every 4 years.
Right.
It's been going on for many, many years.
They always have a project.
They always have this before an election. Yes. This comes out.
This particular one, incredibly egregious.
More than others?
I don't know. Here's the thing.
The last one set out to get rid of Roe v. Wade, and that happened.
I believe in America. I love America. I'm not anti-capitalist.
No, you're conservative on some social issues, too.
What social issue am I conservative on? Hold on there, Tracy.
Well, let's say anal sex.
Oh, shit. I don't have a problem with anal sex. I just don't want it for me. There could be as much anal sex as anybody else wants on planet Earth.
That's pretty conservative, man.
That is not conservative. My no to pegging is not conservative.
It seems that way.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I think that you bringing that up in the midst of this political discussion shows you have an agenda.
It's kind of the Trump card.
Whack, whack, whack. All right.
I read the sections because I just did a find on woman and women.
Right. Ooh.
And there were, let's say, 60 to 70 references of woman to women. Most of them had to do with some sort of sexual situation, whether it be motherhood, abortion, birth control, family. I mean, they basically want, it seems like, moms and dads to have kids.
That's right. And you know what's going to happen if you outlaw pornography? More crazy sex stuff.
More incel, more rape.
More crazy.
Like 12% of men arrested who are doing something awful to women.
Right.
And women are often the victim of violent crimes.
Absolutely.
However, men are more likely to do crimes on other men.
Right.
So my question is, like, since men are predominantly the victim of violent crimes,
right,
why aren't men going, dudes, let's get our shit together?
I agree.
It's
100%.
just so infuriating that women are sitting here, wah, men suck, men this, men that. We have to be like feminist. We have to watch our backs. We have to carry keys in between our fingers, you know, because while men may not hurt you, I've had a lot of men fucking scare me.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I had a man, I was sitting at a beach waiting on all of 3 or 4 guys who I was with to come up to the car.
Right.
I had my window open because it was freaking hot.
Right.
And a man walked up, stuck his head through my window and was trying to kiss me.
Yeah.
And I'm literally rolling my window up on this man.
That's right.
Trying to snap his face off.
As you should.
And I'm like, I have like 4 guys coming up the beach right now. Because, like, you don't know. He might try to bust out the window.
Sure.
Men are, you know, there's some crazy bitches out there.
Oh, absolutely. And until you learn to stop being a child. Okay. And that's my biggest issue with men.
But are men telling other men?
They have not learned to stop being children.
You know what? And you know what I think that is? Your penis.
Sure.
Nobody gives a fuck. It's probably a lot smaller than we imagine. So shut the fuck up and try not to think about it all the time.
I agree.
Okay? Nobody gives a shit about your penis.
Nobody. I agree.
Nobody.
We saw the latest episode of Evil.
Oh,
I
so
thought
good.
It was so funny. Because
So
all
great.
they did with the Antichrist, who was just like this little baby, little monster baby.
Only the sister, only the nun sees it
Only
as the monster.
Yeah, sees the little Antichrist baby. They
baptized
him. It
was so great. It was so great. Like, and that's what
it totally removed any of the fear, any of the like, oh wow, this is so bad. All these guys together getting together, their master plan, and the baby is baptized, and they don't even know it. It's
going to screw their whole plan up. No, and that's the thing. Like, it doesn't. I think usually it doesn't take a whole lot to conquer evil.
Right.
Like, it really doesn't. Because evil is so prideful.
Evil is stupid.
It's so prideful, and it doesn't look behind its back.
Right.
Is this evil being stupid? Like, if evil were really smart,
right,
why would it make it public as a PDF online?
Because evil is stupid.
No, I know, but that's my point. If evil was smart, it wouldn't do that.
Evil says, like, the one of the heads of the Heritage Foundation was on a podcast, and he said the thing that everybody, you know, the thing you're not supposed to say, which was that the second American Revolution will be bloodless if the liberals will allow. Well, what he's saying there
is we're taking over.
Is that we need a new constitution.
Well,
we need a new government.
I'm hoping the second Civil War or American Revolution is women.
See, I know
women
you hope
picking
this.
up knives.
I don't hope this.
And just poisoning
because I'm a man,
men.
and I don't hope this. This is not what I'm hoping. People have a journey, okay, that they are on. It's a journey either to wisdom or to being a fool. And it's not your job to get in the way of their journey, because all you're going to do is they're going to build a little fort. They're going to entrench themselves
in
where they are.
Then
they'll have to take down that fort after you've left.
You're right, because they have to experience being wrong.
Right.
And
so
the
you're either going
more-
to experience all the way going back to being a fool, or you're going to go forward to truth. And it's not my job to impede that journey one way or the other.
Yeah, I dig that. Because you're right. Making them dig their heels in makes it even harder for them to dig out.
Absolutely. So speaking of digging out, we watched a movie.
Exuma!
Yeah, how about that for a transition?
That was great. If you could have done it a little less loud, it would have been even better.
Sorry. All right. I don't watch everything on Shudder.
No.
I don't like everything on Shudder.
No.
But sometimes Shudder will bring something to you that you would never have watched on your own.
So it's a South Korean film. It's the 6th highest grossing film of South Korea, which is amazing.
It was like 3 hours long, which I was not expecting.
It was really long.
It was really
But
long.
it was epic.
It was so
You
epic.
know, the thing that I really appreciated about Exuma was it was epic, but it did not have giant locations. All the locations kind of repeated, but it cycled through them and continued to be more and more epic every time.
And the other thing I really liked about it was that it was kind of about these paranormal jobs that exist in South Korea, a world I know nothing about.
It was a little Scooby-Doo.
There was all of this ritual that was crazy.
Okay, this is the thing I absolutely...
They were like Pentecostal services.
I love seeing what other cultures, how they process like grief or how they process like, religion. And it was fascinating.
It was
so much ritual.
It was almost like a voodoo ceremony.
Yeah.
It was great. There was like a chicken and it was like the dancing and the drums. And
it was awesome.
It was such a cool movie. I really loved it. And it had something to say.
Well,
it was kind of political.
The kind of team they put together is like, a family contacts this girl because they feel like they're haunted. She gets, evidently there's a job called geomancer. Where this guy finds like the best place for you to be buried and like sells you the plot of land so that you can have like a happy existence in the afterlife.
A happy journey to the afterlife.
Right.
So he's part like real estate agent.
But it's like feng shui.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
he's like
and that's his job. It's
funeral director, feng shui, mystic.
Yeah, mystic. Yeah, exactly. And then
there's a shaman.
There's a shaman lady.
No, the shaman was the dude.
Okay,
and he got possessed.
Right, but what was the girl?
She was.
No, I think she was a shaman.
Was she a shaman too? But she didn't have all those symbols on her.
Well, it was a different kind of shaman.
Okay, she's some kind of.
She was really great with the ritual stuff.
Yeah, she was good. Oh, man. Her ritual was crazy.
Talk about a challenge as an actress.
There's like a scene where she's like trying to call back this like spirit, and that girl could sing.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, she's like doing this chant and stuff, and there's a lot of music and chanting in it. That's the thing that kind of felt voodoo.
It is. It's such a weird, interesting
If
culture.
This shit is really going on, like, okay, because I don't know enough about the culture.
Right.
Is this like their horror movie version?
And I don't know anything
about
And when they were talking about Japanese ghosts were on a whole other level for them.
Yeah,
South
they were
Korean
like
ghosts.
Japanese ghosts got no rules.
Yeah,
like there's no
do
reason.
not fuck with your Japanese ghosts.
Yeah, there's no reason why they do the shit they do.
Yes,
they're crazy.
Yes, it was a really wonderfly interesting, and all the performances were
great.
Were
just
amazing.
Off the charts.
Yeah.
I would totally watch it again.
Yeah, I want to see the series, man. I want more of these people. That they were. I would liken it to like the Conjuring movies a little bit. Or
there was Ghostbusters. There was Scooby-Doo.
There was Exorcist.
There was every kind of horror movie.
Yeah. There was monsters, and there were ghosts, and there was like it was
like
awesome.
the big bad guy is kind of like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, he was. He was kind of like a Ghostbusters villain. Yeah,
Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah. Oh, that's
No,
funny.
it was great. I highly recommend.
And then we watched
Exuma.
Would you call ISS a horror movie?
No, it's sci-fi.
Okay, it was a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
And
ISS. I'd wanted.
yeah, you had really wanted to see ISS in the theater.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't because it wasn't that great.
It wasn't as good
But-
enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked the idea that they were on this International Space Station.
International Space Station. That's what
ISS.
ISS stands for, folks. Yeah.
And there were like Americans and Russians up there. And then all of a sudden they like see these like pals on the planet. I mean,
The Earth is fucked. I
Yeah.
mean, like half the planet is like literally on fire.
and I'm just like, oh God, like, please tell me there are not people that live on this planet who think that would ever be a good idea to
Right.
destroy the planet they actually live on.
Right. And in the ISS, there is a radiation cure that they've created.
They've been researching.
Right. So the idea is that the American government and the Russian government say, take over the ISS.
Okay, here's
any
the-
means necessary.
Here's the problem. Yeah, but there's a lot of people who's just dead.
Sure.
Like,
Of course.
you can't reverse radiation sickness. Now, you might be able to stop radiation exposure, like, iodine, stuff like that. But there's no cure for.
but they
being irradiated.
They made a cure at the ISS.
No. They made a cure for light radiation exposure.
They didn't say light radiation
No,
exposure.
I'm just telling you in real life.
Okay.
In real life.
And
This is not
what I
helping
thought
anyone
I thought
much.
was good about the film is that nobody were heroes, nobody were villains. It was just how they reacted to being told by their government to do this.
Yeah.
And really, one of the most powerful things was just a relationship, love. That was probably one of the most powerful factors. Like, they didn't care, what
Nobody-
their
yeah.
government said.
Yeah. They were like,
the couple were
they would not have hurt each other.
no, they would never have
Yeah.
hurt each other. And
No.
it was I thought a very cool movie. Very small. I mean, as small as you can do a movie, in space, but just the idea of it was it was a very compact, very compact film. And then
Yeah.
we also watched this movie called Stop Motion.
I stopped watching
It was,
that.
you stopped watching stop motion. It was fine. I've seen a lot of films like it, like May or like Censor.
No, you said it last night. There are like these
Mousy women.
dowdy, mousy women
Mousy women
movies.
going crazy movies.
Like mousy women horror movies.
Mousy
And
women
you're
going
right.
crazy. It's like Repulsion.
No, I mean,
It's
think
like,
about it.
yeah.
Carrie.
Yeah, Carrie. Yeah, Carrie. Mousy women going crazy.
Yeah.
Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
It's just like, and she wasn't really that mousy. She was just very like, demure. And
She wasn't
very
demure.
she was passive.
repressed.
Repressed, passive. She had mommy issues. I mean, there were
Big
things
time.
about it that I liked. I was expecting it to be creepier than it was.
Well, her boyfriend put up with a lot of crap.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I was just like,
See, you
dude,
give shit to men all the
Dude,
time,
why
but
are
that
you-
boyfriend
why are you
put up
putting
with so
this?
much. Yeah, exactly.
Why? I was like, this lady is crazy.
Well, it didn't work out.
She's the kind of girl that's gonna kill you.
Well, and she did. Yes. So,
Spoiler alert.
well, I mean, whatever. But Exuma was definitely the best of the three. I would say Exuma would be kind of probably on my top films of the year, even though I haven't probably seen.
Well, it
enough
like
films.
starts in the U.S. and then it goes.
Yes,
Yeah, which is cool.
I've never seen a South Korean film start in the United States.
It was very cool because it was really just about this dude whose baby was sick and they thought it was a generational curse
yeah.
that leads to a whole hell of a lot of shit.
And
breaking
what
loose.
was really interesting was that the way that they were celebrating, oh man, we're going to make some money off of these people. It made you think, oh, they're like con men. No, they weren't con men. They were just happy to make the money.
Yeah, they were like, we probably don't make a lot of money in this line of work, so let's get it.
Yeah, exactly. But they 100% believed in everything that they were doing. And everything that they were doing was legitimate. In that world, it was legitimate. You needed a geomancer in that world.
You needed a
two
shaman.
shaman in that world. Yes.
Yeah. No, it was really crazy. And yeah, it got all Headless Horseman there for a while.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was. It was kind of Sleepy Hollow-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was super cool.
There's something new in our lives.
Scoot that closer to your thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's something new in our lives I wanted to ask you about.
What?
And I want to get the opinion of our audience, whatever audience we still have. Explain smashed toast to me.
Oh, my smashed toast.
Yes, this is a thing now.
It's the best thing in the world.
I don't think it's the best thing in the world.
Okay.
I think even you will admit it's not the best thing in the world.
It's one of the best things ever. Smashed toast, because I asked you for this cream cheese toast.
Right.
And it was like very hot bread and very cold cream cheese. And you were like just smashing the cream cheese on it.
Right.
Okay. Which created smashed toast. That's the genesis of it. And you handed it to me. I said, wow, you really mangled this up.
This is almost like discovering the polio vaccine.
Yeah.
It is.
Or penicillin.
Penicillin. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. I didn't mean polio. I meant penicillin.
I don't know how they found the polio vaccine, but yeah, penicillin.
Yes.
So I was like, wait, hold on. I ate it. And I was like, wait, hold on. You're onto something. Take a piece of toast and purposefully smash it.
So you're taking toast that has already been toasted.
Yeah. And purposefully
You're
smashing it flat.
Smashing it.
Well, I use like a large wooden cut board.
This is, this is a smash burger. This is like taking the elements of the idea of a smash burger.
A smash burger on smash buns would probably be really good. So the smash toast, the thing is, like, it takes all the airiness out and it just compresses the crunch.
Right.
So it's just a really thin, crunchy layer.
Right.
It's amazing. And like, yeah, if you try to hand me a piece of toast that's not smashed now, I'm just like, what?
But it
Why are you
makes
doing
a
this to me?
big mess.
Well, it makes a big mess, but you can put a paper towel under it. You can put some parchment paper under it.
Right.
You can put things under it so
Right.
you can just put the crumbs away.
I don't think it's worth it.
It's delicious.
I mean, it's delicious anyway. I think you're convincing yourself.
I highly
it's delicious.
recommend that our listeners just smash their toast down really, really flat.
Just smash that motherfucker. Smash it.
And
smash it
top
like my
it.
balls.
No, top it. Like, it's best topped. Like, top it with some scrambled eggs. Top it with some avocado.
Right.
Top it with cream cheese. Top it with peanut butter and jelly. Whatever.
Right.
Smash your damn toast, people. Exterior tarmac day. The shuttle takes off for the stratosphere. Cameras, protesters, and people watch. Higher and higher, so high the clouds are like tiny cotton balls below.
Interior shuttle day. Emmeline looks around the shuttle at each little story. One passenger is drinking heavily, obviously scared. One of the originauts is turned around in their seat talking to Matthew. Some businessman is on his computer, not even noticing the view. One of the originauts is sobbing quietly. The steward checks on her. The pilot comes on the comm.
Engaging for ionosphere.
The shuttle lurches forward like it was standing still before. Where there was relative silence, a roar fills the cabin. Emmeline looks out her window and sees the horizon slowly disappear and turn to black. There is a slight shimmy and then a more pronounced shaking. Some of the passengers start to look worried. Emmeline is calm. The shimmying and the roar changes to a low rumble. They have broken through the atmosphere. Emmeline looks out of her window. The earth, in all its majesty, lies below her.
Pilot, we will be docking with the space station in approximately 45 minutes. Stardust 1 approaches Origion's space platform. There are 2 other ships, Stardust 2 and 3, that are docked with the station. It's like a floating city that is constantly turning to create gravity, with what looks like 3 levels. Scaffolding covers the eastern side as about 10 workers are continually building onto the metropolis. Stardust 1 comes in on its left side and docks with the station.
Pilot, welcome to Ascension. Your personal belongings will be placed in your quarters.
Emmeline steps off the shuttle and onto the station. She imagines this is what a shopping mall must have looked like. Dozens of people move through a labyrinth of corridors color-coded. Each area of the station is a different color to make it easier to navigate. The Origian employee she spoke to on the tarmac is waiting for her. Emmeline walks up and gives Robbie scratches on his metallic belly. He reacts with the joy of any normal dog.
Emmeline, was he good for you?
Employee, good as gold. Did whatever I needed him to do. This is Miss Smalls. She'll be your liaison on the station.
Miss Smalls. Hello, Emmeline. Will you follow me?
Emmeline and Robbie follow Miss Smalls.
For the next week before your launch, you will be staying in Blue Quadrant. You have a remarkable pet. I'm curious, why did you tell Robbie to obey for only 10 hours?
Emmeline, after 10 hours, Robbie would revert to emergency programming.
Smart. They continued to go down a red corridor and then left down a yellow one until they make a left at the blue one. She takes Emmeline to her room where her bag is waiting.
Miss Smalls, after you unpack, join us for dinner in the yellow section. Just follow the signs for the dining hall.
She hands her a small metal disc.
I'm here for whatever you need. Just press this button and you can communicate with me directly. You may take off your purity suit in your room, but you must wear it whenever you leave. After preparing you for 6 years, the last thing we want is for the mission to be jeopardized by catching something right before your journey really begins. It was lovely to meet you, Emmeline. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Miss Smalls.
Interior, Emmeline's room on the station. Night. Emmeline takes off her rebreather and looks around the room. Robbie is in the corner peeing an invisible stream. She gets in her bag and pulls out her ocean light and turns it on. She lies down on her bed and drifts off to sleep. You said you liked the way you looked in the last podcast because it was a little ridiculous.
It was a little ridiculous, right.
And I said, do you think that that's going to hurt your credibility and people taking you seriously?
And I said, no, because I reminded you of that guy that used to wear the question mark suit, and he had like all of the information on how to get like government grants and things like that. Do you remember that guy?
But wouldn't you first think of the Riddler?
Okay, sure. Well, anybody from this generation knows that that's not the Riddler. The Riddler is Paul Dano with the mask on.
The Riddler, doesn't he have question marks? Isn't he in green with question marks?
Yes. If you want to like go back to the 60s or to the comic books or something like. And here's the other thing. I like this hat.
Yeah.
That your mom gave me.
Yeah,
right?
It was my grandpa's. Even though I don't know why he had a New York Police Department hat.
Yes, but see,
he lived in Tennessee.
But I question whether to wear this hat because it makes me feel like I'm a big supporter of the police.
Yeah, I'm probably going to cut a lot of the politics.
Don't cut the politics! That's the whole point!
I'm not terribly political. I just don't like people being assholes.
I agree. And I think we're talking about people not being assholes.
I
have just as many Republican friends and conservative friends and people that I work with. I love them all. I just, I disagree when people want to fuck other people's lives up.
Well, I have a campaign and it's very simple.
What's your campaign? What's your motto?
My motto is don't be an asshole as much as possible.
Don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole.
Yes, I agree.
Is it really that hard?
I mean, I think the problem is what would be the definition of asshole?
Well, if someone tells you you're an asshole.
You're an asshole.
Yeah, and if you're doing things for asshole motivations, you're an asshole.
You're an asshole.
If you're hurting people.
You're an asshole.
If you're telling people how they should think or feel.
You're an asshole.
If your name is John Russell Crane.
We'll see you next week.
It's hard not to get romantic about movies. Thanks for listening to Married to Movies. Jon and Tracy will meet you for breakfast tomorrow.